My ex-husband brought his mistress to my restaurant's opening, neither knew I was the owner. The first guests trickled in just after 6. I stood behind the kitchen door, heart pounding like it was the first day of school. Tonight wasn't just the grand opening of Alara's table, it was the quiet unveiling of a dream I'd stitched together from long nights, tears, and the unwavering belief that something beautiful could still bloom from broken things. No one knew I was the owner. Not even my staff. I wanted the restaurant to speak for itself. Then I saw him. Jason. My ex-husband. Arm wrapped around a woman half my age, laughing like the past never existed. My stomach dropped. His mistress, now seemingly his new girlfriend, walked in, head high, oblivious to the fact that she once stood between the ruins of my marriage. They had no idea whose restaurant they had just walked into. A waitress approached their table. I watched from the kitchen as she poured them wine, my wine. And they toasted, blissfully unaware. My chef turned to me. "Want me to handle them?" he asked, sensing the tension. I shook my head. "No," I whispered. "Serve them with kindness." They ordered the tasting menu. Every dish held a story, a piece of my soul. The first course was my mother's tomato bisque, the same one I'd made on the night Jason told me he was confused about our marriage. I remembered stirring that pot with shaking hands, pretending everything was fine while the life I knew slipped away. Course after course, they devoured the food. I could see Jason's face change, subtle, but there. A furrow of his brow, a glance toward the kitchen. He knew this food. He felt it. But couldn't place it. Not yet. Dessert arrived. A lavender honey cake, delicate and light, just like the one I baked on our wedding anniversary 3 years ago, the last time I believed in forever. Jason paused mid-bite. His eyes darted around the room. Then he stood up. He came toward the kitchen. I stepped out before he could barge in. His eyes widened when he saw me. "Alara?" I smiled. Calm. Poised. Free. "Welcome to my restaurant." The color drained from his face. The mistress, his date, watched in confusion. You own this place," he stammered. "Yes," I said simply. "Everything you tasted tonight, came from my heart. My journey." Silence hung in the air like a held breath. Then he said the words I never expected, "It's the best food I've ever had." And that's when I realized, I wasn't angry. I wasn't broken. I had moved on. Before he left, I walked over to their table, handed them a box with the cake they'd loved, and said, "On the house. I hope it brings you joy." His date looked at me, surprised. "Why would you do that?" I smiled. "Because healing doesn't come from holding on, it comes from letting go." As they left, a quiet warmth filled me. I turned to see the dining room buzzing with joy, laughter, and full hearts. I had built this space, not from spite, but from hope. Because sometimes, the most powerful revenge, is choosing grace.